Yo, this is now Aventador time to transport the gaming here, and at long last, after much begging and pleading, the Lamborghini Aventador has arrived in Driveclub. That's not the actual, well, not the LP700-4. Instead, we're getting the LP720-4, a 50th anniversary edition Lamborghini Aventador. As noted by the LP720-4, it gets an increase of 30 horsepower to make 720 instead of 700. 7-speed ISR, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, top speed 217. Now, important point to be made here. The LP720-4 and the Veneno are practically the same thing. Only the Veneno has a bit more downforce and all that, and 30 more horses, so it gets 750. That's in the previous video. I can show you a link to that later. But this is in the super class. The Veneno is in the hyper class, which sort of doesn't make really a lot of sense because they're both sort of the same thing. They just have different edges of power and everything. But I don't know why they did that. I guess because the Aventadors, well, they don't really rate. It's not difference in weight either. It's because actually the Veneno is actually a tad heavier than this. But if that's what they assume is correct, then we'll just go on from there. I don't know why they did that though. It's weird. Anyway, this is the Aventador 50th anniversary edition. It's been in one game, and it is Need for Speed Rivals, and obviously Driveclub trumped it here because I don't think they did their color scheme on Rivals correctly. Because when you colored the whole thing got colored. Not the, they didn't bother with the back matte undercarriage there. But yeah. So finally here, finally with us. Let us see how she does on the road. Alright, there you go. So, this is the Aventador LP720-4, and obviously one of the more popular Lamborghini models of the current roster. Of course, now we have the LP750-4 Super Veloce, but that's not in this game yet. Now, usually it takes about 9 months to complete certain models, so I don't know if they're actually going to get started on it now or later, or who knows. But that'll be a good addition to the game. I don't know about the whole layout thing in Evolution Studios, but we'll gloss over that. Anyway, this is the Aventador LP720-4 Anniversario, 50th anniversary, 50th Anniversario, whatever it may be. 6.5 liter V12, 720 horsepower, which translates to about 711, I believe, 712 or so in actual horsepower. 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, top speed 218. Now this is in the same class as the Lamborghini Huracan. Now that car will do 60 in about the same time, but it's not as powerful as this. This has a lot more torque than that, so a lot more power than that. So why they put it in the same class, I'm not sure. But after seeing that, you could already assume that the Huracan is trying to be as big as this, and that the Aventador needs a lot more weight to deal with other hypercars of its time. Well, but it's in a super category, so it's up against the other cars of its caliber. So that and a couple others. So this is the exterior. As you can see, there's a lot more. It's a bigger splitter, bigger front splitter, more aggressive rear diffuser, all of that, more aggressive styling to accommodate its exclusive release into the interior. Any badges there? There might be a badge right there that you can see, but I can't really see it though. But basic Lambo stuff. Once again, there's the badge there, 50 on the side there. But once again, Lamborghini trumping Hold on, back inside. Yeah. Lamborghini trumping whoever decides to perfectly model this car to its utmost extent. You can see it at the back too, I should say. Besides the louvers on the rear, but you can see it at the back. So, lots of power. No surprise, this might be like a new nonsense Lambo other than the Murcielago, which is all about nonsense. But alright, let's see how she drives compared to the Veneno. Veneno was a lot more stable. It was a lot more stable than I thought. This might be a bit more wayward than normal. Now, if we were to compare this to the Need for Speed mode version, Aventador in general, not Aventador like the special edition versus the standard edition, LP720-4 that we get in the in Need for Speed World. I'm going to go out a hunch here and saying this is a lot more stable. We're having to get too digitally down. I know the difference in physics and everything, but at the same time, whoever tuned the Aventador didn't do it right in the Need for Speed World. I mean, you have to be exact. That car has all-wheel drive. You can't be like all drifty like that. See, there's the grip. There's the grip. Whoever tuned the Aventador in Need for Speed World, take to note, this has all-wheel drive. Not some all-wheel drive Gymkhana rubbish. Well, yeah. When you want to drive and when you want to run an all-wheel drive, the car needs to have grip. It doesn't have, and these are like sport, like cup spec, not cup spec, like Michelin F1 spec, are probably spec tires, so to speak. If I were speaking hypothetically, well, these are Driveclub spec tires, so you get the spec grip. But the car in Need for Speed World runs like as if it's on like dirt spec rally tires, so like it just drifts around a bit. Eat whatever whatever kind of tire you put on it. It really just makes it a bit frustrating. But yep, there's a grip. Now, as far as stability control goes, I think the Veneno has a lot more stability than this. The Veneno definitely has a lot more stability than this. Because that big rear wing and the fin definitely deliver more downforce to stay planted in the corners and on the road. This thing just has the pop-up spoiler and the vents on the side there. This picture is doing some work, but at the same time, this thing is still pretty heavy. This will definitely give those roughs a run for their money. Now that car is a lot lighter than this though, but this car is a lot more stable. I will say that. So if you're going to take this online, you might be able to take those roughs out pretty well. Now I say this because mostly the rough drivers online are mostly noobs. And you only see that because, well, obviously it's one of the best cars in the hyperclass. But I once drove the Renault Alpine A1050, which is a drifty animal, but has loads of acceleration and torque, which makes it a drifty animal. But at the same time, I went toe to toe with a rough driver, and I think he just was a noob. Because I took him like most of the time. But I mean, I ended up losing though, but. It's obvious to see that he wasn't, I don't know if he wasn't trained or something, or he didn't, I don't know, rambling on a bit though. Back to the car. Now, obviously, the Veneno is a bit more stable, but as expected, stability in this is without question very good. I am baiting it though. Let's push it full throttle. I hit that? I didn't hit that, right? Alright, yeah, see? And you will swing it right with just a bit of a flick, and you can just regain the grip as you come out. So you can go full throttle here without even worrying about any excess wheel spin thanks to all-wheel drive. I love Lamborghini. Oh boy, that was terrible. There is a bit though. I think that's just because some of the torque is going to the rear wheels instead of the front wheels. More of the torque is going to the rear. More of the power is going to the rear wheels. But it still gets out there just fine. So let's finish this. Do 2 more. That was way too late. Way too late. Way too late too. Oh, very good. Yes. Like that sound. Let's fix any errors we made there. There you go, see? I love that. You see that? You don't have any excess oversteer when you're exiting. Just go in there, putting more power in when you're exiting the corner. There's a bit of oversteer there, but for the most part, there's just lots of control. This is a no-nonsense Lambo. Not a track-worthy one like the SV, but still no-nonsense. Never get that racing line right there. Ugh. Alright, maybe one more. Bit there, but immediately this gains its traction back, which is good, which is what you need when you're racing. There you go. And going off-road isn't really a problem because all-wheel drive just helps with there as well. This thing is still heavy though. You can sense that it doesn't. A little bit more work getting through those corners. For the most part though, downrightly quick. Yes, we can end there. Alright, there you go. Lamborghini Aventador LP720-4 Anniversario. Definitely one that you rough noobs should watch out for. Lots of power, lots of control, mostly lots of control. Normally now, what I would leave it right here, but I have a theory now. It has a rival in Ferrari. I wonder how good it will be against that. So let's take out that rival right now. Alright, this is the rival here that I'm driving now, the Ferrari F12berlinetta. Yes, I'm doing this now, ladies and gentlemen. This has now become a comparison. Now the F12 definitely feels lighter. Wow, look at that weight saving there. Definitely feels lighter, but unfortunately it is not. What is it I was going to say? It has not been blessed with all-wheel drive like the Aventador. The FF has that all-wheel drive. The F12 does not. The F12 is a rear-wheel drive, front-engine V12 GT car. Oopsie. And I missed that corner up. And already, this thing feels a lot lighter. And I'm not driving this well. Let's go like this. Yep. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. Drifted through. Definitely feels a lot lighter. But the name of the main thing is that Ferrari boasts that the F12 can accelerate much faster than the Aventador, as the LB700-4. This is the I drove the LB720-4, but even with the LB720, this car has a lot more power. This car produces 730 horsepower out of the 6.2 liter V12, 6.3 liter V12 in here, in front. But it seems that all-wheel drive did put a damper on weight, the Aventador, because this feels a lot lighter. But you do have to be mindful of wheel spin on the Aventador. Aventador is a bit of an easy way out thing in terms of drivability. Really cleans that flower. But at the same time, you have to be mindful of who's at power here. Yep, see, already the back's starting to kick out a bit. There it is. Be mindful, just counteract with that counter steer. But this is definitely one challenge for the Aventador that he might lose against if I want to drift around here. Yes, that was good. I gotta avoid the sand there because I just reduce the speed. Still reduce the speed, even though they've reduced the reduced your friction on that. Oh, very good. I can never get that corner right though. It's still heavy, but much lighter than the Aventador, definitely. Let's keep going. Oh, dearie me. Did not do that right. Did not do that right at all. Yeah, this definitely feels a lot lighter. And you can see the power deliverance here. Definitely jinxed that. Alright, so that's the F12 for you. Old car has been here since the launch of the game, but I had to drive it because these two are rivals. These two are rival supercars. So now what we're going to do is put both of these cars together and see which is fastest. So, in conclusion, the F12 finished in a 105.940, which is the 12th or 10th best time around there in that car, and the Aventador finished in a 105.248, which last time I checked is the second best time around there in that car. But more importantly, by a few milliseconds, I was able to put the Aventador. The Aventador made it around there faster than the F12. So, as we can see there, traction is everything. You can't even though you can balance the wheel spin at the end, but in the end, if you have traction on the road, you're obviously going to have an easier time controlling the car around difficult corners and everything. And you won't have to worry about any extra wheel spin on the exit corner. So, in conclusion, the Aventador LP720-4 is faster than the Ferrari F12berlinetta. So go Lamborghini there. So I hope you guys enjoy this comparison and review. Remember, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.